I don't recall any major issues in populations that responders versus non-responders. So at this stage, we don't know. I'd love to have a biomarker that I could tell you, yes, this is a patient who will respond better to Nemo versus Dupi, or vice versa. We don't have that yet, but I feel that all the patients with PN at this stage are going to be a good candidate for this type of drug. And as I mentioned, I'm more excited about this drug as opening the field. I have to mention that Dupi was the first to really open the field of the itchy world because it changed so much for so many patients in terms of the itch and their quality of life. And I think that Nemo will follow up with its potential to be effective, not just for PN, but for a large list of chronic itch. I mean, I could name about 50 conditions that patients with different types of itch, I think, would be happy to have this type of drug. So hopefully we'll stay tuned, and the company will continue doing research in other indications. And it would be wonderful for all our patients and for the practicing dermatologists who for years were also very challenged with these patients because they were so miserable. Well, I don't see any specific concerns with this drug. I think that the drug, in terms of issues of adverse effects, we'll need to know if there is some issues that this drug was previously some concerns were with asthma patients, but the PN patients themselves, the majority don't have asthma, so I don't see any problem. I mean, this drug will eventually be approved for atopic eczema, so I think we'll learn more in that field of its utility. I think that those patients that did not respond to Dupi, we have now another option for them with Nemolizumab. I think that patients who also are willing to, I mean, this will take time, but off-label, we learn a lot from off-label use. So I think that as a dermatologist, I have to be careful. I don't represent the company here, but I would say that I always, and I did that also with Dupi, tried off-label use for other indications, and I think that will lead to possibly then having this drug available for other conditions. And this is one of the advantages when you have such a drug. I'm quite sure that next 5 years we'll know whether it works for other conditions. As I mentioned, my group has done a lot of research on the role of IL-31 as an itchy cytokine in different conditions. And I'd love to have other options for miserable patients. I mentioned some of these conditions before. There's also an entity called chronic pruritus of unknown origin that these type of drugs, dupilumab, will have results hopefully this year. And nemolizumab hopefully will also be tested in that population. It's a large population, by the way, of elderly mainly, that we don't know exactly the cause, but we've seen by off-label use that these drugs that target the type 2 inflammation cascade and the neuroimmune have a significant role. Have to mention that IL-31 has a expression in the nerves in the dorsal root ganglia, so we know that it won't be surprising that targeting it reduces itch so quickly.